Have you gathered? Hi. Oh, I forgot about this. Wait a sec. Get out of here. Okay, I don't even use that shit. Okay, hi there. What are we up to? We gather here, we line up, weeping in a sunlit room. And if I'm on fire, you'll be made of ashes too. Even on my worst day, did I deserve, babe, all the hell you gave me? Wait, I'm trying to set up things. 'Cause I loved you, I swear I loved you, till my dying day. Ooh, I didn't have it in myself to go with grace. Okay. OMG, you alive. Why should I be dead? Give me one reason. Except that I am a millennial, because that's too easy. Is the light okay? I feel like it might be a little bit too much. Wait. Is it the same? I don't even know. Wait. Whoop. Ugh. It's very elastic. Okay, I think that's better. Because I still have a light here, and this one is yellow, and this one is super white, so, like, it can create a conflict of light. What is it, Star Wars? I haven't even watched Star Wars. Having a bad day with difficult family members. Oh man, the worst. And this is just what I need to distract me. Oh yes. I like doing that too. After especially that a lot of people stream in the evening. For me, well, I really just watch Polish people streaming usually. Whenever I watch Anna Akana's stream, that is only for patrons because I gave her $1 a month. I give that to her. So she makes these very short streams where we just talk. I think this was actually inspired by that. But this is not only for members and patrons, although you can be a member of this channel. Is for everyone, but yeah, she does this thing, and well, she is from the US, so whenever she streams, it's like early afternoon for her, and for me it's pretty much bedtime. So, and I don't really go to bed that early, so yeah, so I think I missed a few because the hour was just not for me. And I forgot because at that hour I just like chill and I don't look at my email or whatever. So yeah. Yeah, because she also like sends an email an hour before, and that's definitely not the time when I check my email. Like, come on, at 11 to 1 or something, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., something like that. Uh, yeah, so I usually, okay, that was a really long side note, but what I was trying to say was that I usually watch people who stream in the evening. So, as I said, this is my time to chill. And sometimes when I've done a lot during the day, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna sit and watch a stream. So I completely understand. Um, oh, sorry to scare you. Your new colorful hair era is working really well for you. Thank you. Yeah, I think so too. This colorful lighting is giving 2008 chat rooms like vibe. Wow. 2008 chat rooms? Where was I in 2008? That was actually a pretty significant year for me. I was like 16, 15, 16. Excuse me. I'm trying to stream here. Could you could you not die in this particular? I mean, yeah, okay, go get help. I have this weird thing. I mean, I have messed up sinuses and stuff, but also I have this thing that whenever I do makeup, whenever I do anything with my eyes, my nose also reacts to it. Because, like, there are a lot of connections there because when you cry, you also get, like, your nose gets full and stuff. And yeah, so I have this thing that whenever I do makeup on my eyes, I also have to, like, blow my nose and stuff because it's a thing apparently. Oh, thank you. I like this hair actually. I mean, I will probably get back to blue because you can't really see that, but it's technically like 1/3 blue. Where is this? Yeah, here it's actually blue. You can kind of see it from the light here because it's a very cold light. And from here somewhere the purple starts because the story is you could have seen that on Instagram what the story is, but basically the blue was washing off and it just looked like mud. Like the color was technically light brown, but somehow it didn't look like hair. It looked like mud. So I really didn't like that, and it happened after like 3 weeks after dyeing the hair at a hairdresser's. So yeah, like here it's perfectly fine. Of course I have roots because I've had them since the very start. I didn't bleach my whole head, but yeah, here it was the worst. So I figured that it would be best to, if I'm gonna do this alone, not go to the hairdresser again and like pay a lot of money for it. Then if I'm gonna do it alone, hey Kiwi, then I should probably get something else than blue because whenever I use blue, it could just end up looking even worse because whenever it would be a different shade of blue, it would just look pretty messy probably. So I went for like a magenta dye pretty much. It was super pink on the package, but on my hair, even the bleached, it just looks very, very purple and I really like it. Like those colors really go together very well. And I did a really good job, I gotta say. Like I was really surprised that it looked this good. Oh, I always love your nails color. Yeah, I like to have my nails painted, especially although this happened because I like them short. So if I paint them, then at least they look like they're like done, you know. So yeah, it suits you. Thank you. I think the matching nails are kind of on purpose. They are not exactly matching because the color is more like dark reddish, like Bordeaux or something. Is that even a color? um, so yeah, but it kind of looks like they're matching. The color is very similar, but like in real life, it doesn't look as similar. The nails are definitely more red. But yeah, I think I was like, okay, I haven't done this color for a while and it kind of matches my hair, so that's fine. You look like Weronika Szymańska at her best era. Yeah, I was like, Billy Sparrow, it's not even her. But her hair looks completely different now. She has like pink, very light pink, and some highlights, I think, but I can't really tell exactly because her hair is so long now that you don't really see all of it sometimes, you know. To those that have no idea who I'm talking about right now, this is a Polish YouTuber who used to have like I saw her in real life in that era when she had purple hair, and actually here it was like eggplant purple. It was really freaking pretty. And down here she had like ombre that was kind of pink, I guess. Yeah, it was pink most of the time, I think. So it looked really nice. Now she went for like a more pastel light pink, and that's fine too. Like it's up to her, right? But yeah, but like I kind of look like it, especially in a light where my blue kind of looks like purple, because it's a pretty dark shade of blue, so it kind of looks like that. Except that I have roots and she didn't, so yeah. Well, yeah, I gotta say I've been blessed with very long nails, even though they are like cut completely at this point. Well, maybe not completely because I did them like 4 days ago or something. Can't remember exactly. No, wait, 2 or 3 days ago. But anyways, I like grew a little bit. You know, it's not like I cut them today, but still like they are max short pretty much, the shortest I can get pretty much, and yeah, and they look pretty long. So yeah, aubergine. Sorry. Eggplant, I don't even know her. Yeah, we always argue with Kiwi about English because I prefer American, and that's a problem. Oh man, don't. No. No. We don't talk about high school years. No, no. We don't talk about the new pack. Please, no. It's so broken. I can't. I won't. I haven't got it. It's mm-mm. Ain't gonna. Ain't gonna even start that topic. If you want to see something that I have to say about the topic, or like something I found out or whatever, just go to my Twitter. I retweet stuff, I type stuff there, and yeah, any Sims opinions and any shitting on The Sims 4, just go to my Twitter because that's the perfect place to shit. And yeah, let's keep this stream positive, okay? Good vibes only. It's not a problem. I just like to joke. I know. She's just not the pack. Yeah, I said that so loudly that my OBS showed that. No, this is too loud. I will go all red right now. Dynamic microphone is pretty good for me because I have a lot of changes in volume of my voice. I can talk really silently sometimes and very loud sometimes, and when I laugh, it just like bursts. It's too much. So a dynamic microphone kind of levels those things, and it's really good. Let's keep this stream Christian. Not a chance. Sorry. Yeah, the best thing, I saw that meme because it was on our group, in our group, I guess, whatever, on Facebook. The best thing about new Sims 4 packs is the conversions to Sims 2 and 3, preferably 2 for me. Like God intended, yeah. So if you have any questions for me, give them to me because this stream is exactly about that. How many people are watching? 35. Perfect. Let's not talk about religion anymore because I think last time we were talking about that, right? Yeah, it's a difficult topic. You didn't even know the meme? Wow. I don't want to. Nah, I don't want to talk about The Sims today. Like these streams are a good place to like not do that. I play and talk about The Sims all the time on the channel, and maybe it's good to just talk about other things during the streams, especially that if I want to go through any of my expectations about the Sims franchise, I will have to shit on the Sims for a lot. So let's not do that. My plans for the weekend. Well, the usual, which is work on Saturday because I have a video to edit, and I clean the kitchen on Saturdays as well. Like along with the sink and everything. Like I clean up a lot. And that's it. Then on Saturday I just chill. And on Sunday I try to have like a total day off. The only thing I do is go on a long walk, like an hour or more. Usually I take the bus to another district of the town and just like get to know other places in my town while I walk. And then I go back. I cook dinner or whatever, and actually lunch, I guess, because it's pretty early. Yeah. And after that, I just like play games or watch something and just chill. And that's it. That's like something I really need during the week, to have this one day when I pretty much don't really do anything. I can just enjoy the day, and then on Monday I can go back to stuff. Oh, Kiwi, did you get your braces adjusted again? If your teeth hurt, I guess. That sucks. Any advice on how to acquire Polish vocabulary? Well, vocabulary isn't really that big of a problem, I guess. It really depends on what your first language is, but I think the grammar is definitely worse. I don't think this is a problem with Polish vocabulary, just vocabulary in general, and I can't really give any advice on that because vocabulary is my very weak spot when it comes to English. So I've always had a problem with just like trying to sit and learn a bunch of words and remember them. Well, especially like the problem was with just sitting and starting doing that, not exactly remembering the words. But yeah, so I don't think I am a very good person to give advice on that, honestly. I learned the vocabulary that I have, I learned just through like using the language. So I would recommend trying to do that somehow. Just in everyday life, trying to find out what everyday words are in the language that you want to learn, and be like, oh, now I'm using nożyczki or something, and just try to acquire that this way. Does that make sense? Oh, geez, whenever my teeth hurt, the only thing I want to hug is a coffin. Because Kiwi asked for hugs. Well, I experienced that like a month ago. Well, pretty recently. Yeah, that was pretty bad. What other games do you play? At the moment, I would say like Stardew Valley sometimes, My Time at Portia sometimes. But in general, I like a lot of retro games, like the ones that I was playing in my childhood, and one of those is definitely Heroes of Might and Magic 3, and others. There are a bunch of others that I go back to sometimes, like Grunts or something. And yeah, like when it comes to strategic games, I only play the retro ones, except Age of Empires that I've never really played that much. But stuff like Tar or like Total Annihilation Kingdoms or something like that. I do that sometimes. Um, yeah, but when it comes to more current games, as I said, Stardew Valley, My Time at Portia. I haven't started My Time at Sandrock yet. I have it. I bought it already, but I want to like kind of finish Portia to do that because there might be some spoilers or something. Because those two are like the stories are probably connected somehow. So yeah, those two. Also, I play Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, of course. But I've had a break, like a long break, and I only play it on the Polish channel, so like I don't really play that much in private. It's only for videos. But when it came out, I was super hyped for it. But it came out before the pandemic, so that was pretty long ago. I'm going to Poland in like a week. I'm so excited. Where are you going? Always tell me where you're going. Exactly. Poland is a lot of places. Do you have any goals until the end of the year? Um, I don't even like I don't really think about that. I am the kind of person who just lives like, okay, the week ended, so now there will be next week. I mean, I have some stuff planned. Google Calendar really changed my life in many ways. That I've started using this year. But like I only plan my Saturday videos that are they vary, you know. So I only plan my Saturday videos for the Polish channel like 2 months in advance, more or less, and that's the only thing I plan pretty much. So I can't really tell you what I plan until the end of the year. Nah. I mean, I do have a lot of stuff that I want to do with my health, which, you know, like go to this doctor, go to that doctor, find out what that is about and stuff like that. But I'm not sure if I want to talk about that. The only thing I can tell you is that I am probably not allergic to anything, which is a surprise to me. Except nickel, because I mean, I haven't really checked that because I don't think this is necessary because I definitely have a reaction to nickel. Yeah, so like there's that. But other than that, probably nothing, which is weird. Where's the first place you want to visit on vacation? I've been thinking about Malta a lot lately. Like, if I go on vacation, because I am not really going on vacation this year, only for a few days to Warsaw to meet up with my friends. But when it comes to like vacation, I've been thinking about Malta. Yeah. No, I am not allergic to Nickelback. Only nickel. Although there are people who are allergic to Nickelback. Poor Nicole. No, stop. It's nickel. It's not even nickel like a penny, but it's nickel. Like the element, you know? That is in jewelry sometimes. I also had this belt, a lot of belts that had this like metal. Oh my god, what is this called? You know, when you like set up the belt, you close the belt, you know, there's this thing. And especially at the times of low waist jeans, which were awful, and I will keep repeating this. Let's not go back to that, please. This metal thingy would just like touch my belly, and I would get like a skin reaction to that. and it was pretty itchy and very unpleasant. So yeah, that was the moment I knew I was allergic to nickel. Or maybe a little bit earlier when a necklace also gave me a reaction. So, and my mom was like, "Yeah, I have that too. It's a nickel allergy," and I was like, "Oh, okay." So, genes, you know. Now I'm lost. Wait. No, fantasy isn't really to my liking that much. When it comes to Heroes of Might and Magic, sure, that's fine. But Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that, like, I don't read books. I don't read fantasy books. The only fantasy I can, like, I don't know, I can like basically is in games, and I don't watch movies either. It's just like, I don't know, it never really like hit the spot for me or something. Throughout your YouTube journey, did you have some kind of burnout and maybe considered quitting? Not considered twitting, but definitely twitting, like quitting, but considered changing definitely, and did that. I think the biggest burnout I felt was last year somewhere, when I decided that I wouldn't record The Sims 4 this much anymore, and it took me a few months to stop doing that because I wanted to finish a series. And yeah, I officially finally stopped recording The Sims 4, and I'm very happy. It's a lot better now. But I started on this channel, so you know. Kinda. Not really playing the game, but like talking about it. I'm going to Białystok. Oh, bo moje miasto to Białystok. Bo moje życie to Białystok. I've never been to Białystok. Białystok is a really nice example of how accents can change in Polish, because Białystok is like, when you split it into two words, it's Biały Stok. And if you said those words separately, it would be Białystok. But when you say the name of the town, it's Białystok. You know? It's nice. I mean, that happens in a lot of languages, English included. But yeah, it's just like interesting, I guess. Well, it's probably good that you're going to Białystok because it might not be as hot in there. That's definitely something. I wouldn't go to Malta in the summer, I think. Probably the best time to go would be like March or uh, October or something like that. Like the medium cold months in Poland would be probably best to go there, because it would be just enough warm. I have a skin allergy to lip products. Oh my god. That's a thing. Oh no. My allergist. That's that's the name of the doctor, allergist? Huh. Never figured out what it is. Oh, what it is in them, in the products, but it breaks out around my mouth, so I have to use organic. It sucks. Ooh. So, like, you probably have to try out a lot of products before you actually find something. That's a lot of suffering. I'm sorry. Have you ever played a tabletop RPG game? I don't even know what that is. I also wish I had the energy to learn a new language because English kind of happened. I didn't actually like really actively learn it. It just kind of happened. So whenever I try to take up a new language, like Italian, for example, very beautiful language, molto bene. Then or bellissima. Bellissimo, I guess. I don't know how language is in Italian, so I don't know the gender. Anyway, um, yeah, like that's hard. Basically, that's hard. I took a class once and I was trying to learn a little bit myself, but it just never worked. I have gotten into your Genesee playthrough because Sims 2 and Legacy and your commentary, and over that time I have become fascinated with your voice. I use it as inspiration for my character. I've heard that before. I've literally heard that before. That someone was writing a book and they wanted to create like a Polish American character or something, or like an immigrant from Poland, and they use the way I speak to like imagine what this person would speak like. So that's very interesting, and I'm kind of humbled to hear that I can inspire someone with my shitty English. You're welcome. Veshika, yes. Yes, my favorite word. But only Polish people get why it's funny. Ottacento? Is language, you mean? That's a weird word. It kind of sounds like a car. Because cars, like Fiat, you know, their numbers. 500, 600. So like, Ottacento is actually a number. Okay, I just now realized that it's actually 800 probably. Yeah, it is 800 in Italian. Okay. That's not a car though. Tabletop RPG games are. Oh. Okay. Okay. I don't know what FG stands for, but I know what Warhammer and stuff like that is. So, hmm. I am not really that much into roleplay because I suck at it. It's also kind of why I never really liked Among Us, because you have to lie and like pretend like you haven't been doing anything or something, and I don't want to deceive my friends that I'm playing with. So role playing is kind of a similar thing to me, I guess. So it's like nah, not for me really. I've played Warhammer once actually for several hours with a group of friends, and it was fine, I guess. But I wouldn't really um, do it again. I think. The Sims is like role playing, but with puppets. And now kiss. But yeah, but like I don't have to be in a role. I just control what is happening and like interpret what is happening, which is my favorite thing to do. And that's it. I can just be myself and comment on it. The Sims is like role playing but with bugs. And a lot of them. But babe, what? What are you going to say again? It's not you, it's a character you create. I know, but I take everything personally, okay? Leave me alone. No, I haven't played Unravel. I am not sure what that is. I think I heard the title, but that's it, I think. My papa was a Polish refugee to New Zealand trying to escape World War II, of course. He was only a small boy, so never really had much of an accent. It helps me imagine a little. Aw, that's sweet. I was really never good at acting. I would have to just play myself to be good at acting. So not act. um I am not good at lying. I'm only good at lying towards people that are easy to be lied to. Did I did I make this sentence right? That are easy to lie to. Yes. No. The passive was very weird in that sentence. Sorry. That's like not a lot of people, and I also just don't like lying. In general, I only do it when I have to. Are you having fun with TikTok? Yes. Just a quick explanation. My TikTok is only Polish. So sorry. But it's like kind of connected to my YouTube channel. Yeah, to my Polish YouTube channel. So, yeah, I've been having fun with it, except that editing stuff on the phone is freaking horrible. Like, it's so exhausting. Like, I have the app, I have CapCut, and it's still freaking exhausting. Fortunately, I know that I still have to learn a few things because I don't really edit anything on my phone that much. I am definitely like a computer person. Yeah, so like I still have to like get used to some stuff and like learn the mechanics and where to find everything and stuff like that. So I am thinking that if I learn a thing or two, then it will get easier. But TikTok is very weird. I also tweeted about it, I think this morning, I think. Maybe yesterday? I'm not sure. But like very recently, and it's like I have noticed some things about TikTok that are very peculiar, I would say. First of all, it's a place where you really can get a lot of attention, unexpected attention out of nowhere sometimes, because you post something and it can just blow up, and suddenly there are some like random people in there, or you even comment somewhere and people are really active in the comments. So like a random comment that you make and you think that no one will see it actually ends up being like responded to 30 times, and you're like arguing with people about some random stuff. And yeah, so it's like a place where you can really connect And it can really be easy to make a very big account there. I can see that. But I also noticed that TikTok is more focused on watching the content rather than the person, because there are accounts that have so many differences in viewing on certain videos. So yeah, it's like you're just scrolling through the feed and whatever you see just counts as a view, and you can sometimes really not see a lot of stuff that this person has posted because the algorithm just didn't bring it to you. Of course, there's the friends tab, but not everyone actually goes there. So it's definitely like you can have like this one TikTok that has like 2 million views and your other TikToks are like 500. So it's really about just watching the things and not the creators. Sometimes you can even watch a bunch of TikToks and not even know that they are from one person or something. It's like very kind of based on impulses a lot. This is definitely something very specific about TikTok. I find it amazing how easily you can switch Polish and English accents when mixing words. It's not as easy sometimes, but I guess it takes me seconds to properly speak one accent in the middle of another. Like I mix it up sometimes, but I gotta say that it's very łatwe. Oh, I actually mixed up the accent. I actually did that. Very łatwe. I gotta say that it's trochę łatwe, I would say. Wait, you love puppetry? What? What? I never said anything like that. As I said in my recent video about The Sims 4, the Reddit video, I might sometimes post something about The Sims 4, but probably not gameplays, just like commentary on the game on certain aspects, like the neighborhood stories or the pre-made kids videos, and that's it. But I don't really want to do that too much. This is definitely a Sims 2 channel. Maybe, I mean, also I started a series in The Sims 3, but The Sims 4, it's not my favorite game, so I'm not gonna post too much about it. Skinny No Legend, I can kinda relate to that. But fortunately, the people I lied to were easy to lie to. A cursed app, TikTok. Kinda sometimes, yeah. Before you program your own algorithm, it can be really annoying. Like I still get a lot of content about babies because I am a woman in her very, very, very late 20s. The latest 20s possible. So, like, you give your gender and your age, and it basically just gives you stuff based on that. I also get a lot of suggested stuff about that on Facebook. Sometimes I click, like, I don't want to see this, but I'm too lazy to do that every time, so I'm just like, whatever. But now I do get a lot of stuff about The Sims on TikTok, and I'm very grateful for that. I must have misheard about the puppetry. Now I will wonder what I said that sounded like puppetry. Not sure. You made me want to pay to see a video of you speaking mock Polish accent with English words. I can't really do that. Like, I can either speak with the accent I normally have, or I can speak with a very, very, very exaggerated accent. Like, very exaggerated accent, okay? I can't do anything in between. So I can't do like a very, very typical Polish accent of a person who lives in Poland and speaks English sometimes. I guess I kind of have a Polish accent that kind of sounds like a person who lives in the United States or something and just like speaks with an accent. I think. Like, that's my evaluation of my accent. But and I guess sometimes you can't really tell exactly where I'm from if you're not very familiar with different accents, right? But so we kind of hear that I do have an accent, obviously, but it's not like very distinguished to some ears, I guess. So yeah, so like I can't really speak like a random Kasia that just speaks English sometimes. It sounds like the opposite of YouTube. Yeah, that's kind of what I meant, what I had in the back of my mind, that it's the opposite of YouTube. That's why I noticed that it's so much different. Because definitely on YouTube you more watch people than content. Like sometimes something pops up on your home feed and you just click on it because it interests you, but like there's a 50% chance that you will subscribe to this person and continue watching their videos after you do that, right? On TikTok, it's not really that much of a thing. And yeah, on YouTube, you usually get hooked on the YouTuber's personality. And you kind of feel like they're your friend of some kind, you know? And you want to meet them and stuff. I do have a lot of YouTubers that I watch passionately, and whenever there's an opportunity to meet them, I just go. So yeah. New Zealand training teachers to have to learn a language while we're studying because New Zealand wants to revive our oh god, what's this word? Indigenous? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Language. Yeah, I actually watched a video about that today. Kinda. It was from Mama Dr. Jones. Board certified OBGYN, a mom to four. Yeah, she moved. She is like a gynecologist, American gynecologist who recently moved to New Zealand and is working as an OBGYN there. And she recently made a video on her experience and like comparing the US to New Zealand and stuff. And she talked about that a lot. Like there are I don't want to confuse words right now, like Maori people, right? Like the original tribes of New Zealand that have their own culture and language and everything. And in a lot of places, a lot of the things are very respected there. Like they have consent forms, especially for them, and stuff like that. And it's really cool, actually. And like Maori people. Okay. So their language is kind of like a regional thing there that people just like put into English sometimes. Like there are some words that the New Zealanders, just learn, and they know these words, and sometimes they just like mix them up with the English, which is also pretty cool. Like it kind of becomes like a dialect, Yeah, I also thought about the puppetry, about the papa being Polish, because it's pretty similar. Indigenous, okay. I don't think I've ever used that word before, so yeah. you're going to sleep at 10 p.m.? That's so sweet. Good night. Hmm. I'm trying to think of other interesting things that she said in that video. She was definitely very happy with the school system because a mom to four, she has four kids, two or three of them already going to school or like preschool or something. So she said that she's really happy with the system actually, comparing to the US. What do you do on your Polish channel? I like that question. I like that there are people who don't know my Polish channel at all. It's so refreshing. Um, well, Sims videos. Like, let's start from that, basically. But, like, I started the channel because I couldn't play The Sims 4 in English. So I couldn't, like, make content here. This channel is older, so yeah, so I was just like, yeah, whatever, I can just make a Polish channel, why not? And it actually turned out that it's easier to get to people when your like target audience is smaller. Because when I make content in English, there's so much more other content in English, you know? And anyone can watch it pretty much. Definitely like most of the world can watch and understand it. So when I was making videos in Polish, I noticed that it was a lot easier to get viewers, and my Polish channel ended up being a lot bigger than this one at some point. And also because there was so much information lacking about The Sims, like about the firstborn syndrome in The Sims 2 and stuff like that. So I was just making videos about that in Polish. Also, I started this series of mistakes in translation of The Sims, you know, from English to Polish. There are a lot of them, a lot of errors. So yeah, that series definitely blew up. And other than that, I just do gameplays. I was doing the Legacy Challenge for like 4 years, I think, or like 3 and something. Can't remember exactly anymore because it ended like 2 years ago. Almost like I think 2 years and 1 month ago, probably something like that. So yeah, so I finished the Legacy Challenge in The Sims 4. I also have a Sims 2 series, and so like the Legacy Challenge was exactly 200 episodes. And just so you know, the Genesis go way faster than that because Sims 2 has just a faster pace, you know? Just in case you're wondering why the Genesis are on the 8th generation with only 60 something videos. Also I have a Sims 2 series where I play River Blossom Hills, and it progressed a lot already. I am like 90 something years in. And I made a video on that on this channel when it was 60 years in. So we can watch that. I think that was a live stream. Yeah, that was a live stream when I was just talking about all the families, what I did. So yeah, so this series is close to 180 episodes. It might end up longer than the Legacy. Yeah, and now at this moment I do, like, instead of the Sims 4 series because I got really sick of that game, I am also recording the Sims 3. I'm doing kind of like a generational play there that I have a few generations planned out. And I just go through that, you know, and a bunch of random stuff happens in between. So I am very close to beginning Generation 3 right now. Like beginning, as in the Generation 3 is already a young adult. And yeah. That's pretty much it. And I also play other games sometimes, like Niche, Dragon Ball. What else? What else do I play there? Sometimes just random games. I do a little bit of vlogging, like I talk about some stuff sometimes, and Q&As also. There was a time when people really had a lot of questions. So there are like 13 episodes of just Q&A. And that's it, I think. Yeah, sometimes I just play other games like randomly. So I do videos on Mondays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Mondays are River Blossom Hills. Fridays are the Sims 3 family, and Saturdays are just random videos that I have planned out in my calendar. And I just do all the other things on Saturday, you know. Tomorrow I'm posting a vlog. So yeah. That was a very long explanation, but I hope it was fulfilling. Yeah, YouTube is my full-time job right now. I even have a business. Like, you know, like I had to register my work, you know, so it's technically a business. Wait, where am I? Do you listen to any Polish artists? I only know an artist named Sana. She's okay. I haven't really listened to her that much. Actually, almost not at all, but she's okay. Like from what I heard, the music I heard, she's really fine for a Polish artist. I do have a lot of respect when it comes to like older artists, let's say. I don't want to say older because she's not that old, but like people who I don't know, started in the 90s or something. Then I do have a lot of respect to Kasia Kowalska. I really like her, and I do listen to her music sometimes. And recently I saw an interview with her on one of the channels in Poland that has like interviews or more like talks with other people, and like very different people. And she was there recently, and it was really cool. And yeah, so she is like she does like a like kind of like rock music, like pop rock, something like that. Like it's not exactly pop because it's a little bit too heavy to be pop, you know. It's very good. I recommend Kasia Kowalska if you didn't know her sometimes somehow didn't know her sometimes. Like it sounds like my memory. I know people sometimes. Sometimes I remember who you are. Other Polish artists, not really much. Not really that many. I think Taco Hemingway, definitely. He's a rapper. I am not really that much into rap exactly, but like I'm not a huge fan that listens to a lot of artists. I basically just listen to Mike Shinoda and Taco Hemingway. That's it. And also there is something else Polish that I listen to, but I can't remember now. Lao Che. It's a band that has very specific music, so yeah. Any school system is good compared to the US. I am not that sure. I mean, the Polish system isn't that good either. There are some things in the American system that we really could take from, but the US system also has a lot of problems. A lot. No, I don't teach English anymore. People keep asking me that, and I haven't been doing that for a year. Like this school year, so from like, let's say September, because sometimes classes of additional English do start in September. most of them in October. Like I didn't get anything. I One of the schools I used to work at even texted me lately, hey, are you interested in maybe taking some classes? And I'm like, go away. I'm not doing that anymore. Oh, you're going to her concert. Cool. Do you ever watch telenovelas? Mexican, Brazilian? Well, there was a time in my life. It's not technically a telenovela because it's American, so it's more like soap opera, I guess. Is there a difference? Probably. Um, there was a time in my life when I watched a lot of The Bold and the Beautiful. Like, I was a fan because of my grandma, of course. Because when I was at her place for like vacation or something, then during the summer break or whatever, she was watching it, and I didn't really have that much to do, so I watched it with her, and I got fascinated at some point and like really engaged in the stories and the characters. So I was also watching it myself whenever I could. So sometimes every day. So yeah, there was a time when I was really into that, like for a few years, like 3 or 4 years, when I was a teenager. So yeah, there's that. But other than that, I don't think so. I don't really think so. Anything close to a telenovela that I've watched was Jane the Virgin, but there was this one season where I really didn't like what it became, and I just stopped watching it. The first season was a banger, like it was so good. The second season was okay, and I think that was the third season that wasn't as good. Maybe it was the fourth. I can't remember exactly. I can't really tell you, but yeah. You had to search Bold and the Beautiful? It's more than a sukces. Come on. Oh yeah, translation trivia. The Bold and the Beautiful in Polish was something like successful fashion, because technically this series was about like fashion brands, like people that worked in fashion, and to like wait, like fighting brands. There were two brands that didn't like each other, because obviously there was Stephanie and there was Sally from the opposite brands, and they hated each other. But like this series, most of the time the show wasn't even about that. Like there were fashion shows sometimes, and if they needed some like plot that was connected to it, then sure. But most of the time you could even forget that it was about that. So because there was so much else, so much more going on. So yeah, so like in the Polish translation, the title really referred to fashion. Technically the English one too, but it didn't actually say fashion, so it could be about pretty much anything. Because the Bold and the Beautiful, not bald but bold, not like no hair, but like bold, like brave and confident. Yeah, it didn't exactly refer to that because there wasn't the word fashion in there, and in the Polish one there was the word fashion in there. So yeah. Sunset Beach? I haven't heard about that, but that made me think of Baywatch, that was also like a 90s series with Pamela Anderson, obviously. And yeah, I meant bold. There's a very, very, very very little difference in pronunciation of these two words. So yeah, it's easily confused. Um, yeah, and recently it's on Disney Plus. Recently I've watched a series about Pamela and about that time in her life when there was a scandal with the guy that she was well, married to, really. I wanted to say dating, but they were actually married. And you know, Pam and Tommy Lee. It was a 90s thing, and it was so nice to watch. Like, of course, it was probably 18 plus. It was probably for adults only, because it was very graphic in some places. But it's a really good series. I really recommend that. It's actually super funny, on one hand, but on the other, it really shows a very important problem. So yeah, like a problem that still exists, even though that was like 30 years ago, almost. So yeah, like it really makes you think. What a telenovela that has 1.5 hour of an episode? Are they crazy? Like, that's the length of uh The Wolf from Wall Street. Is that the title of this video, of this movie? I think. So like it's super long for a movie. That's pretty long for an episode. Come on. What is it? A live stream? Didn't I say 2.5? 2.5 hours. Damn. It must be a live stream. Come on. Oh, it's Taco's birthday today. Today? Maybe? I thought no, okay. Yeah, probably. Because for a while I think I thought that his birthday was on the same day as my boyfriend's because his birthday was yesterday actually. Um but I guess it was the day after. Taco is only a year older than him, by the way. And only 2 years older than me, which is very abstract to think about. I mean, somehow it's weirder that if a very successful person is just slightly older than me, then if a very successful person is a lot younger than me. I don't know, because like when they're a lot younger, I guess I feel a lot of like distance. And I'm like, yeah, okay, it's the new generation, whatever, yada yada. But when they are actually of similar age as me, just slightly older, then I'm like, okay, wow. Like Taylor Swift is only 3 years older than me. That's so weird to think about. What you drinking? It's lemon water. I squeeze lemons, put them in. I don't know the word for that. Okay, that's surprising. Like the thing where you make ice cubes with the squares. I have no idea what it's called. Like ice tray? I have no idea. Please tell me. So I just put the lemon juice. I get like six the lemons and just squeeze all of them and just put the juice in there and freeze it. And then I can just take one cube and just put it in my water. And it's perfect. Well, I mean, an hour of an episode is pretty normal. Some shows have that, and I've watched plenty of shows that have an hour long episodes. But 2.5 hours? Like an hour is still shorter than a movie because a movie is usually at least like 100 minutes, right? But no, not 100 minutes. like 80 minutes at least. But and like 1 hour is still shorter than that, so you can think of it as a series, as a TV show if it's shorter. But if it's longer than most movies, that's too much, man. I really need to find out what this word is because I feel like it's such a basic word I don't know. Ah, wait. How is it called in Polish though? Wait, okay, I can't remember. I can't remember a Polish word. How am I even find out about this? Wait, I think I'll try to Google it. Ice cube. Okay, I can remember what the Polish is now. It's actually... It's actually ice cube tray. It can be called like that. Wow, I'm good. I'm good at guessing words. It can also be called a... No, wait. It can also be ice freezer tray. I guess, I went to Amazon and the names of things are just so long. Ice cube tray. Wow. I can't believe I actually guessed that. I had no idea what this word is. I swear. I had absolutely no idea. Yeah, it's ice tray to my knowledge. Wow. I'm so proud of myself. Like, I am, like, ashamed that I didn't know this word, but I'm super proud that I guessed it. It's so weird. Oh, they're actually 2 hours and 15 minutes. That's not even a difference, man. Yeah. But anyway, I do freeze lemon juice so that I don't have to like squeeze lemons every day. And also the water is cold thanks to that. And also when you put the cube in the water, just look at it. It's so fascinating how it just it dissolves and those tiny parts of lemon just like go into your water gradually. I don't know, it's fascinating. I also recommend elastic ice cube tray for that because you just go like boop and you have one lemon juice cube. And also this one cube is pretty good for a very big glass. This glass, I believe, is like 400 millimeters. So I would recommend one cube for a glass like that because other than that, it might be a little bit too sour and a little bit too lemony. It's probably not good for your teeth. No, I don't add mint because I don't have mint because it would die. So there's no point. Recently, I also made a healthy drink, uh, healthy cold sweet drink that was made from green tea, a bunch of water in there too, some and also the lemon ice cube and some honey. That was pretty good, although next time I do it, I will put more honey into it because it was pretty sour and I would like it to be a little bit sweeter. Yeah, it is popular to do like a like a big thing with water, and you put lemon juice in there, or just lemons, just like chopped lemons, and a bunch of leaves of mint, and it's this whole thing, kind of like lemonade but without the sugar. Although lemonade doesn't really have mint, it can, but originally it doesn't, I guess. So yeah, like this is very popular, but the mint I would have at my house wouldn't be good to put in there. Definitely not. Have I shown you my cactus that died? Like half died, or like one third died? Actually, it's probably like 2/5, if I'm being exact. But it's right here. Um, so this is Cayetan. He looks pretty normal on this side, although this is not the best. But on this side, he freaking dead. Totally dead. Um, yeah, you can actually kill a cactus if you put it in a place that doesn't have much sun or not at all. So don't do that because it will die. It can live without water for like 2 months if you forget to water it. It's also good not to water it too often, like it doesn't need that much water, but because it's a cactus, obviously. But it does need a lot of sun. So I put it on a bookshelf, like on a bookcase. And this side was directed to the wall, so like he didn't get any light in there. And this side was dead in like a week. So don't do that. Uh I do like coffee. I like black coffee. I think black coffee is what I drink the most. I also really like latte and just like coffee with milk. In general, iced coffee is really cool too. I do drink it on hotter days, and that's it. I love abandoning my plants. What's my best plant at this point? There is one cactus that has been like growing a lot, and I think I have to like move it to another pot because it's I think it's outgrowing this one. So it seems like a lot of work, but I think I will do it because I feel very sorry for this plant. But I am not sure if I can show it to you because it feels very fragile. I'll try. Oh man, okay. Very delicate. Because I know that it's delicate. So this is the tiny cactus I have. The part that I bought was just this. Just these three things. The bunny ears just grew on their own. This grew as well. And these tiny things here are also growing. So yeah, like that's a lot of growing for a plant that I own. So I'm gonna put it there again because, like, I will tell you more about it, but I just have to. Oh man, wait. Okay, we're good. Um, it's very jiggly. I think I will have to get like a bigger and taller pot for it because it's growing up, and oh man, I am so worried that it will just like fall all over the place and all fall off everywhere. And also it's been I like at one point it was on one side to the sun, let's say, because they are on the window. Um, and it started growing like forward. So it got a little bit like crooked, and I was worried that it would just fall. So I turned it to the other side, hoping that it would again grow into the sun's direction. It would get straighter. But I think it kind of worked, but he is already too big to actually do that because gravity is also like not doing us a favor here. So I'm really worried about this plant, and especially that it's still growing a lot. So it's my cactus don't jiggle jiggle. No, don't fold. um. So his name is Futschak, by the way. It means like furry, basically. Because he's furry, very furry. He doesn't have like typical spikes. It's more like very like I like to pet it. It's like fur. But after I pet it, I actually have the tiny spikes in my skin, which is very unpleasant. So I try not to do that. Yeah, so this is the plant that has been actually growing, and I'm very surprised. But cacti are pretty easy, really. You just have to give them sun, and they won't die. Oh, okay, okay. I have the thing. I have the thing on my skin. Stop. Ah. Okay. I got it out. It's so tiny you can't see it at all. You can only feel it. Don't say furry, I'm having werewolf flashbacks. I don't even have that pack. What do you think about Huggy Wuggy? Jesus. Stop. Kayetan has only two personalities, dead and full of life. Yeah, kinda. That's kind of a thing. Uh, I mean, have you ever considered living in another country? I do still kind of consider it. Like, if things get really bad in Poland, which is possible, I will just go to another country and I will not even think about it twice. Because both me and my boyfriend have the resources to do that. Like we both speak English, and we wouldn't really have that much of a problem. I work from home, so whatever. New currency could be pretty bad for me if I like made the same money, obviously, but like had to pay for more expensive stuff. But other than that, I think it would be pretty easy to move to another country for us. Maybe except that we own an apartment, so that could be kind of a problem, but not really that much. And yeah, like it is a possibility, just if you know. But other than that, I don't really think about it that much. The only move I made was from Łódź to Gdynia, and that was an improvement. Bad how? Oh man. Well, economically, definitely, because the inflation is like 15.5% right now. Um, but also, like, when it comes to social problems as well, like, the party that is in charge right now is really bad. So, like, I feel like Poland might be too conservative for me. You know, just in like simple ways. It really depends on what your opinions are. But like there are a lot of things where a lot of people don't have any rights. And it really sounds like a very bad country, you know, but well, it kind of is in many places. So in many aspects. So it's yeah, like there are a lot of things that I don't like about this country, how it works and stuff. So yeah. Do you have anything interesting to say about moving so far for the first time, but within one country? Okay, I need to block someone. Wait. Hide. Goodbye. Um. Hmm. Wait, how do I say that? Have a lot of money saved. More than you expect. That's what I would recommend, because when I moved, I spent definitely more money than I was planning to spend when I was like setting up everything and like buying new cosmetics or whatever, because I didn't actually like take a lot with me. So I had to, because it would be a lot to take. So a lot to pack, and I was packing my computer and stuff. So it was a lot. So I would like the starter money that you need to buy like shower gel and stuff like that. You can actually be surprised how much you might spend only on that. That was something that surprised me. So I would say this. Also, when you move, you might suddenly think that, okay, I have too little clothes and I need to buy some new clothes, and the money just goes poof. So that's definitely something that I would say. If you, of course, have the opportunity to get more money saved, then I would definitely recommend that, because you never know what else you need to spend money on. What? Oh God. I'm sorry. Raising your rent by, wait, how many, what? How big is that? Give me a calculator. How many percent of raise is that? Wait. I don't know how to count that. Math. Okay, I know. It's like 30%? Holy crap, that's a lot. Can you imagine having your rent raised by 30 freaking percent? For some people, the 30% that they had was all they had to live. Oh man, that's really bad. I mean the living conditions. I mean the uh what's the word? Real estate market is awful in Poland. Everything is so freaking expensive. Either renting or buying, it's freaking like impossible. I feel very, very, very privileged that I actually own an apartment with my boyfriend, but still, like, that's crazy. That's crazy that it's even possible. Well, yeah, you can't, in many aspects, like, it depends how much they raise, because sometimes it can be like, oh, the economy is really bad, so we have to raise it, but then they raise it by 30%, and that's not really like, it's not respectively to how the economy actually is. So like sometimes your landlord can be like, okay, I need to raise the rent by like 10% or 15 because the inflation is 15%, so it kind of makes sense to raise it by 15, but 30, that's too much, man. So sometimes it can be an excuse, and then uh like you have to pay a lot more, that in relation it doesn't really make that much sense. Landlords can be really bad in Poland. Like that's a whole thing. um I also had this thing in the like when it was when COVID started. Um there was this thing that companies could pay, I think it was like 20% less due to problems with, well, not really problems, but due to the fact that a lot of people were working from home, which didn't really make that much sense because, like, people were paying more for electricity bill, and the company didn't really like use the building sometimes at all, and they could rent it to someone, so they had more money and they didn't have to pay for electricity bills and stuff like that, or like fruit Fridays and like other supplies, you know. So it didn't really make that much sense. Like, there was this law that you could do that, but it was weird. So it was kind of like assuming that you're doing less work when you're working from home, when it's not always the case. And also that it's not like they were spending more money because you were working from home, because usually people who work at like corporations have computers at home, so, and or they have like their own computer at work, like their laptop, and they can just take it home, so it's not like they had to buy new things for the workers, for the employees. So it was super weird. I also had my because I was still teaching English back then, and I worked in two schools, and one of them actually lowered my wage by 20%, something like that, when the wage was already low. So I was like, so now they are paying me this. So, like, I am not going back to this company after this school year, and I didn't. And they were the ones who texted me if I want to take new classes. So I'm like, I didn't even respond. Like, I don't care. Maybe that's rude, but whatever. And the other company was a lot better at that. Like, it was lowered a little bit, but not as much. It was still, I would say, close to decent. So, still a lot more than in the other. Like, I think that was like double what I did in the other school, what I made in the other school. So, yeah. So I would say that maybe in this case they did have to lower the wage a little bit. But also they didn't really use the buildings again because you were working from home on your own computer and stuff. So they only did that because they could, because the law said so, because there was the opportunity. So it's kind of unfair to the employees. I can understand that they lowered it a little bit because maybe, I don't know, like they had something going on due to COVID, like less staff or something, just anything, you know. So the other school lowered it by less than 10%, I think. So it wasn't really that bad. So I could accept it. But like that other school was just so much worse. Hi, I often wonder. You often wonder about something about me? Wow. Do you ever think about other job you could do other than YouTube? What could it be? Not really. I am not the kind of person who could just like do a typical job because I am super anxious and take a lot of stuff personally, and it's like super bad to my mental health. But it's really a me problem. So uh, I could like work on it. I'm actually a little bit better when it comes to that now. Better than I was like 4 years ago or something. But yeah, like human interaction is pretty bad for me. So it would be very hard to work in a place where I am in a team and I have to like do tasks, you know. Um, But I don't know. I could be like working from home still, and or maybe not even from home, but like doing something more, something that I feel like makes sense, but something other than YouTube, and something more like I have a project to finish and I can just do it myself, you know? Um, then something like that, like maybe editing videos for other people or something like that, just, using the skills that I already have. I guess something like that, but it wouldn't really be that much different from what I'm doing right now. So it's, yeah. I can't really call it another job. Also, it's really hard to find a job for students. Wages are funny, but not funny. Haha, funny, I wanna die. Really? But in Poland, but when you're a student, like a university student, you don't pay taxes when you're below 26 years old. And also, you don't pay some of the things that people normally pay. So they don't take as much from your salary. But also because of that, I guess it can be exploited a little bit, a little bit taken advantage of, and so that the employer can just take the money for them. But one of my friends who is a university student recently got a job, and when she said what the salary would be, we were like, okay, that's pretty fine. That's nice. Like she makes not really that much less than I do. So that's good, especially considering that she doesn't pay taxes. So yeah, it was funny that this tax thing came when I was like 27, I think. So someone who was younger than me was talking to me about that, and they were like, yeah, but there's this thing that you don't pay taxes anymore. And I'm like, I'm too old for that. Well, true, sometimes people go to university so that employees want to pick them for tax relief. True. There's also this thing that people with disabilities also kind of have it easier to find a job. I don't want to say it like it's a bad thing. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that there's a system that also makes it a little bit easier, which is good, really, because other than that, it would be probably pretty hard for them to find a job. So, also, there are some things that employers don't pay or they get paid to hire people with disabilities. There's something like that, like there's money in it. So, in a lot of jobs, there's even like there's description of the job, and they actually say we are looking for people with disabilities, with the document that says that you have a disability. Yeah, that's also pretty nice, really, because a lot of people that wouldn't normally, let's say, find a job, they can find a job because it's a good opportunity for the employers. Well, yeah, living in Krakow has to be pretty expensive because it's a city. It's big. But Gdynia is surprisingly expensive too for a town that isn't really that big. But well, it's part of the Tri City, so it's technically big. It's technically like a metropolis kind of thing. So the town itself isn't that big, but the fact that it's very close to Gdańsk, it makes it more expensive than other towns of the same size. Um, so yeah, because it's part of a whole infrastructure and stuff. So yeah, Uh, because if you compare it to another town that has the same number of people, for example, Gdynia is like 250,000 people, 240, I think, thousand. Then it's definitely cheaper in other towns of the same size. Oh yeah, yeah. Some job offers actually say we hire Ukrainians, or are even written in Polish and Ukrainian. Also, I've seen that when you're looking for an apartment, it can also say some stuff in the Cyrillic in Ukrainian, and so that this apartment is very suitable for Ukrainians. Yeah. And a lot of Ukrainians are actually working in many places. There is this cafe that I really like in Gdynia, and I was there with a friend a while ago, and there were two girls, Ukrainian girls, working in there. So it was really nice. I remember asking for a straw, and the girl, not exactly knowing what I was talking about, because apparently the word is probably different in Ukrainian, like a lot different, so they couldn't really figure out what I was talking about. Oh, good night. Well, it's almost 11. Yeah, I'll be probably finishing in like a few minutes or so. So yeah. Uh, what was that? This microphone is actually very suitable for podcasts. It's because most podcasters actually use dynamic microphones, not condenser microphones. There's a pretty big difference. And yeah, so that's why it sounds like kind of crispy, you know? I like that tone. I was doing a lot of research, and I've been watching this channel called Podcastage. He does a lot of reviews of audio equipment, mostly microphones, and I learned a lot from this channel, and he sometimes does like this rank of microphones. Like he shows six microphones, let's say, in different price ranges and stuff, and he tests them in the video, and you can compare, and you would be surprised how much difference there can be in even in microphones that are of similar price, but just have like different settings and are built differently, so that the sound is actually very different. Like there was this microphone, and there was another one that I was considering, I think, or it was just like very similar, but the sound was so different. I was like, I am not getting the other one because I don't like how it sounds. Because it all comes down to if the sound is bright or dark. It can be a lot darker sometimes. It's hard to explain. When you hear it, you hear it. So he was talking to this microphone, and it sounded perfectly fine. And then he was talking to the other one, and his voice got like so dark all of a sudden, and I was just like, whoa, that doesn't sound very good. Yeah, so like there can be really big differences. What I love about this mic is that I can have the closet closed and there's no echo. Like there's a lot of echo in this room, but not with this microphone. I heard about one oh, hello from Mexico. Hi there. I heard that about 163,000 Ukrainian refugees have found work in Poland since the beginning of the war. That's a lot. I'm thinking of a town that maybe has population of that, but I can't really think of one. Uh, oh, okay. Like muffled? I don't. I mean, I've heard the phrase muffled sound, but I can't. I don't know what that means exactly, what the sound actually is. Does that mean that it's. Okay, I think I know what that means, but I can't explain it. It's like. It's kind of flat, right? Like the sound doesn't sound like kind of 3D, but it sounds more like flat, I guess. But you mean like the darker tone? I don't think it's actually muffled. It's really hard to explain because it still sounded very 3D, but just the tone was different. It's like the microphone changed the tone of his voice to something like lower and darker, kind of suppressed. Yeah, that's what I was going for with the flat. So that wasn't exactly that. It's really hard to explain. You would just have to watch the video yourself, I guess, to really hear that, because there are those things that you really just have to like see or hear. You can't really explain them, like colors. Just say low quality, but it wasn't low quality. It was good quality, but the tone was weird. That's the point. It's so strange. Bitom has 162K. Okay. Haven't been there. It's so far away from me, Jesus. Okay, I'll give you like 7 minutes for other stuff that you'd like to talk about or ask me. And that will be it for this July talk. Wow, we've been doing this for 7 months. Can you imagine? And I even managed to do that when my face wasn't working. Wow. And once we had a concert. I've been thinking about something today, again, like language trivia, something that is something I was thinking about. I might talk about on the stream, but I can't remember what that was. What about keeping up the combo about talking about LGBT? But talking about what LGBT? LGBT in Poland? I made a video about that a few years ago and not really that much changed. Except that I have so much more knowledge on LGBTQ issues and like just people in general and like what the different you know, I can't remember the word. What the different LGBTQ things are. Not me coming and first thing I heard is I go in 7 minutes. You still have time. 5 more minutes. And also we can just rewatch the stream. Do you have sugar in your area? I don't buy sugar, so I don't even know. I don't need sugar. So, like, whatever. Again, someone to ban. I am... It's... I really don't like the fact that when you're trying to block someone, hide them from the channel, like right below it, you have the option to make them moderator. I once I once actually made someone a moderator on my Polish channel for like 20 seconds because I wanted to block them. So it shouldn't be next to each other because you can easily misclick. You don't have to be a moron to misclick it. It's pretty easy to do that. Way too easy. And you don't want to make some spam some spam bot, I wanted to say, not spam bat. Yeah, some spam bot your moderator on the channel. Like, that's really bad. It's technically a bot, but if it's a person who is just like sending you stupid stuff or like uh telling you bad things on the chat, you definitely don't want to make them a moderator even for 10 seconds. They might do something during that time. Spam. Yes. Oh man, I have a lot of spam in my inbox today. You don't need sugar because you're sweet enough. I eat a lot of sugar in things that include sugar, like cereal or uh, chocolate. I do eat sweets. Not that much, just a little, but I do. But I don't use sugar because I don't sweeten my tea or coffee. I don't bake. I don't make like jam or whatever. I don't do those things, so I don't need sugar. I I don't think I've ever bought sugar. Maybe when I was still living in like my family home. Maybe I bought sugar for like, my mom told me, hey, buy sugar. And I was like, okay. Um, and that's it. Like, I've never bought sugar just for me. I don't need that. Like, we ordered groceries from one store and they just began to deliver groceries. So they had this thing that they gave you some free stuff for your first delivery. So they gave us a bunch of stuff and a little bag of brown sugar. And we like, it was a few months ago and we still haven't opened the bag because we don't need the sugar. What? You sweeten your tea with cereal or chocolate? No, I don't sweeten it. Maybe sometimes I will put dark chocolate into my coffee to make it chocolatey, but I do this very seldom. I did that a few times, I think, because it's a lot of work and I just don't feel like doing that. But that's pretty much it. It's really good, by the way. My favorite TS3 pack, Generations. Quick answer. I am actually trying to remember if I saw sugar today because I was at the store. No idea. I'm not. Wait, where is sugar in the grocery store I go to? Okay, I know where it is. I know where it is. Oh, actually, I do remember an empty shelf somewhere in that area. Like there was a bunch of flour, and I do remember that there was this empty spot when I was passing. Huh. Maybe actually there wasn't any sugar there. From what server? Hi. When the pandemic started, there was this thing that people were buying toilet paper like crazy. I don't know if that was the case for other countries too, but I don't know. Like for some reason, when there was this moment when people thought that they couldn't go to the store, that maybe in the nearest future they wouldn't be able to go to the store, then oh, Lazy Duchess. Oh, you mean Lazy what? But you mean, well, hi. Did you discover me on Lazy Duchess server because I'm there actually? Or did someone mention that I'm streaming? I don't know. Anyway, okay, I can't remember anymore what I was talking about. My brain. Yep. Blank space is in my head right now. I mean, not the song, but actual blank space. Okay, the song is there now too. Oh yeah, that there was this moment at the beginning of the pandemic that people were buying toilet paper, scared that they wouldn't be able to go to the store in the future, and so they were buying like crazy. Like when you went to the store, there were literally empty shelves where toilet paper used to be. Um, so somehow they get worried about toilet paper that much. I mean, technically, like I can understand that because when you like go out of toilet paper, there's not really that many things that you can uh, replace it with other than shower, you know? Um, so it is understandable on one hand, but do you need that much toilet paper for the nearest future? You know? That was sick. Yeah. Oh, yes, here in Mexico, March 15, 2020 or something, the store just placed a new stock of toilet paper and the people reunited like ants in sugar. Yeah. But also, people were also buying a lot of canned stuff, like food that you can have for a long time, or like rice, stuff like that. So some of the stores were also lacking that. When you just wanted to buy like one can of beans, there were no beans, just none whatsoever. As a person who lives with two other roommates, I can confirm that we waste at least almost a whole one roll a day. I think that's a lot, right? For three people? Feels like a lot. I don't know. Like, use how much you need, But, I don't know. A what now? Oh, conserve. Oh, what the hell? I love my brain sometimes. I saw the word conserve and I immediately thought of conservatists, not of canned stuff. Because in Polish, there's the, like, it's kind of one word because zakonserwowane means that it's canned and like preserved, Um, is that a word? Wait. Yeah, that's the word. That's good. So so like conserva can be a canned thing, like canned food, and also a person who is a conservatist. So, oh man, I think I am on Twitter too much. Definitely, that yeah, that's the reason. Twitter broke me. Polish is such a beautiful language. Yup. In many places, that's true. Same with confitura? Oh! Okay, I see what you mean, but I didn't hear that. Huh. But makes a lot of sense. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. I'll see you next month. I'm not sure what day exactly because from the 26th to 28th I'll be away. So it's possible that we will actually do it before that. I don't know. I will look into my Google Calendar. um, it's a month away, so yeah, there's still time to plan it. Um, yeah, so thank you for being here. Thank you for not talking about The Sims too much, especially the new pack and patch. Yeah, you have a good month too. Preferably not too hot. And I am saying that from a privileged place where there isn't really that hot. But, I know that people are melting and burning in the other places in Poland. So, yeah. We'll see each other we won't really see each other literally in a video next week. And yeah, have a nice life. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, commenting, asking questions and stuff, so I have stuff to talk about. It's always good. These streams are especially for that, to connect with you guys a little bit and talk about and talk in English a little bit spontaneously, so that I don't forget the language. Apparently I am forgetting it. So yeah, as always. Do I do that on streams? I think. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next